Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Fix. His name is Mike Brenner. My name is Peter Loshak. We are continuing our team-by-team previews of the NFL for 2016, and right now we are going to discuss the Minnesota Vikings, who are, I would say, second to the Dallas Cowboys, the most controversial, most debated team in all the NFL coming up for this upcoming year. Some people saying that the Vikings are primed
That's a hell
to
of
be
a statement, Pistol
second
Pete.
to Dallas. I've seen a lot of conflicting opinions. Some people saying that the Vikings are going to be a great bet to challenge for the Super Bowl. Others saying that they're overvalued, that they're overrated, and that Bridgewater is a big liability for them. Right now, the win total is 9.5, minus 130 to the over, plus 100 on the other side. And, I guess the big issues, obviously, the defense is strong and getting stronger. The big issues are, what can we expect from Bridgewater, and will we expect any age-related decline from Adrian Peterson? Two huge issues right there. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
Wow. Yeah, this is interesting, and that was a great breakdown, Pistol Pete. The Vikings, there is a lot of controversy with it. All right, when you look at that team total 9.5, all right, I think they can get 2 against Detroit. I really do. I think, matter of fact, I think me, you, and Dennis could get 2 against Detroit. But other than that, this team has a very strong non-division schedule. All right, when you're going, you got the Colts. I mean, seriously, this team's looking Cardinals, Washington. They got their work cut out for them. But again, I'm not sold on Bridgewater. Last year, playoff time, when he needed to step up, he didn't do it. All right, Adrian Peterson had a phenomenal year. That's why that team was number 4 in rushing last year. Watch for that number to go down. But you know what their passing was? Number 31 in the NFL passing. I don't see that changing. Bridgewater does not impress me. And here's the thing. Right now, Pistol Pete, give me a marquee receiver that they have right now in their lineup.
Laquan Treadwell, the rookie that they. No, he's not. I guess
Laquan Treadwell, and he's probably going to be good. But I'm talking about marquee that could go down.
I don't know if they need a marquee receiver. I mean, when they had a big deep threat with Wallace, they couldn't make use of him because of Bridgewater. Yeah. What Bridgewater does well is
good point.
Right, but what he does well is the short and the medium passes where he throws very few interceptions.
Yeah, the drip and drop.
Beef up with those possession receivers and tight ends that he makes good passes to, and they do have a high degree of talent, led by Treadwell, the drafted guy, and they acquired the tight end. I forgot his name, but he's another one who's a solid receiver, the type of receiver who would do well with the way who would play into Bridgewater's strengths well.
Okay, but let me add this to it. All right, the fact that Adrian Peterson last year took off running, I mean, he literally had a good year. That made those little drip and drop passes. Made that available.
All predicated on
exactly.
Peterson.
And I think Peterson this year might take a step back. I don't think he still has that same chip on his shoulder, because Pete, he came out with a chip on his shoulder like a bat out of hell last year. All right, now all respect to Mike Zimmer. What a great coach. This defense, I mean, they're very good. They were 12 against the pass, 17 on rushing. Number 5, though, points per game. Number 5. They'll build off of that. They have a silently very good defense, and that's because of Zimmer. But this offense scares the hell out of me. I'm going to fade this team, and I think 9.5 is a hell of a high number, Pete, considering their non-divisional schedule that the teams they got to face.
Well, now we've kind of hit on all the reasons why they're such a highly debated team this year. I'll tell you my opinions. I agree completely with you with Adrian Peterson. I disagree with you on Bridgewater, though. Okay. My biggest concern this year for them is not Bridgewater, is actually Adrian Peterson. Teddy Bridgewater, his big issue is deep balls. That's his only problem, deep balls. Yeah. Now, when he was back with playing with Louisville, he actually was pretty good at that. Now, obviously, that was against college competition, but
because I got to stop you right there, and I can show you some highlight reels. It was in college. It was against lesser competition. A lot of his deep balls, though, he was chucking it. It was like ballpark. Hey, jump up and get it. Pete, I'm not sold on this guy. I'm really surprised at you.
I'm not fully sold on him, but I am 3/4 sold on him because I think he has a good work ethic. He did a voluntary passing camp, with his receivers this year.
That shows leadership.
With all of them. And, reportedly, and there's also been reports from the coaching staff that he's actually making progress, that he looks more poised.
Well, they said he needed to beef up a little bit also in the weight room, so I don't know if that's happened. And hey, it may. Hopefully this guy will grab it, because a story of him off the field is amazing with his mother. So I know he's got the integrity to be the leader. It's nothing personal.
Also, last year he had issues with the deep ball, right?
Yes.
You know who was the most pressured quarterback in the NFL last year out of all of them?
Who was it? Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. Now, when you put a rookie, and he took a lot of pressure in his first year too. Now, when you take a rookie quarterback like that and have him be Russell Wilson was the second most pressured quarterback. That's also kind of because of the way he plays. He was 4%. He took pressure on 47% of his dropbacks, which is 4 percentage points higher than number 2, which was Russell Wilson.
And tell me that doesn't get into your head.
And when that happens, now Now, I'm not saying that his deep passing issues were all because he took a lot of pressure. We did see issues, especially in the Green Bay game when he had Wallace not wide open, but he had a step on the guy and he just missed him. So it was definitely partially his fault, but it was also definitely not all of his fault. And the Vikings are aware of this. They took steps to give him better protection this year, which I do think that is going to help. And I expect at least a significant improvement from Bridgewater with his deep ball issues, if not a major improvement. So I'm high on Bridgewater, although you're absolutely right. He derives a ton of strength and support from Adrian Peterson, and I expect Peterson to take a step back this year.
Me too.
So this is why there's so much debate and uncertainty when it comes to the Vikings. Because
but one thing also, Pete, like the Bears, though, they're very well coached. John Fox for the Bears, and then you got Zimmer.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yes. So I gotta like this team. Again, I just think the Lions are just buried in this whole thing. I really think Packers have something to prove. I think the Vikings want to prove again that last year wasn't a fluke.
Games.
Exactly. So we'll see.
I'll tell you what.
Wait, though.
I'm kind of high on the Vikings, and I'll tell you why. I love Zimmer.
Yeah.
I love the defense. I don't quite love, but I like a lot Bridgewater. I don't like Adrian Peterson, but that's the only thing that I don't like. And I'm going to be looking to bet on the Vikings. Maybe not against elite competition, but when they're against mid-range or lesser competition, I see them as a moderate favorite or even as a big favorite. I think they're going to excel, and I think they're going to be a good bet.
Well, I got to throw this out there because you put the stat out there. Who was the most pressured quarterback? It was him. Guess what? If this guy gets hurt though, because he's not got a huge frame, guess behind him, Sean Hill. All right. So you better find something. You better keep this guy healthy because if he goes down early, this team will be in trouble.
All right, absolutely. So I'm not saying I would bet the over 9.5 at -130, but I am saying that early on, I'm expecting good things from Bridgewater, and especially that will be when Peterson will probably be at his best. I'm going to be looking to bet on the Vikings in the opening weeks of this season.
Great breakdown.
Nice breakdown, Mike. Now let's give a pretty quick plug for all the products at SBR. What do you have? Sportsbookreview.com.
That's
right. We rate all the books, and you can find out which books are strongest in which various categories, and of course, SBRodds.com line shopping. You can customizable. You can list all the books in order and customize it to show only the things that you want.
That's it. You can go to SBR and have it's a one-stop shop. Take care of everything you need to start kicking that bookie's ass. And don't forget OCDpicks.com. Pistol Pete and I, we got WNBA, we got Canadian football and college football right around the corner, baby. Let's get it done.
Always on the go? Bet365 has one of the top mobile platforms in today's market. Sign up today and don't let your busy life keep you out of the game.